Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of the course here. I hope everybody's doing well. I got our winter scenery up here because I imagine most everybody is somewhere where there's been some winter activity. And plus this is just a nice picture, so I thought, put that up there. In the course so far, those of you that are in there, you're doing okay. Some of you need to get in there because you're not in there, so we need to get caught up here. Um, so those that are in there and the homeworks and stuff I've seen, good. So no problems. And add the discussion also. So no issues there. Those that are not in there, you need to get in there. So um, as far as my motivation goes, depending on your situation, all of us have different situations, have activities in life, job, school, different things. Sometimes it's good to do a self-evaluation, be a self-awareness of what you do. If you're in a situation where you're not keeping up with school, you need to figure out why that is happening. Um, that could be applied to not just school, but life, things going on in your life. Okay, well, what can you do different to fix it, to correct it? Um, those of us who've had kids and, if you're a parent, one thing you do is you take care of your kids every day. If you're a coffee drinker, you drink your coffee every day or every morning or whatever, so there's things you do that's part of your life. It's a lifestyle, and school is the same thing. That's one of the things, I always repeat, so that's one thing you hear me repeat about. School has to be an everyday thing, not a Sunday night thing, because you're just cheating yourself. You're making more work for yourself in the long run. It also kind of, that self-reflection thing, it reflects on how you run your life. If you're all over the place and not keeping up, you need to figure out how to fix that and get yourself organized where you have more time, quality time and so forth. And so you need to, it's a lifestyle. I use these running analogies, lifestyles, training like there's no finish line, I mean, that's like how runners look at it. And so anyway, so just, just do a little self-evaluating. You cannot expect positive change in your life if you surround yourself with negative people. Sometimes there's people in our lives that are just negative all the time. They bring you down. They discourage you. Here you're trying to do something like go to school, and they'll have comments like, "Well, I could never do that," blah 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 blah. Negative, negative, negative. And these are things that you have to learn to either tune it out or get rid of it or whatever the case is. So there can be negative things in our lives too that impact how we do things. So just want figure out what you need to do so you can stay up on life, not just school but everything. And so there you go. Course itself here this upcoming week, you got 4 chapters. um, Managing cash and savings. How do you manage just your personal money? Housing, automobile loans, things like that. Credit, how to use credit, and consumer loans. So all these things, and like I say, most people like this course because it's a little bit of it's self-education on how to manage money and everything. So there's different things that go into it. Um, there was last week or two there was the new tax thing, and you know trying to keep the politics out of that. You heard a lot of things on both sides of the political, the Democrats and Republicans. I look at it and I see things like I seen the Walmart announcement just this couple of days ago about, okay, they have decided to go ahead and raise their minimum wage to their starting pay to 11 an hour. I think most people start at Walmart between 7 and 9 or something like that. But thing is, and they cite the reason for that as the new tax plan, because they're not going to pay as much corporate tax, so they can afford to pay more payroll. And it's not just 11 an hour. If you understand how payroll taxes work, companies pay payroll taxes on the amount of pay they pay out. So that's a huge chunk that they're going to be paying out in payroll alone, and then the unemployment tax they pay, the Medicaid, the Social Security, all that stuff that they contribute is going up also when they do that. But they're able to do that because of the new tax plan, which lowers the corporate income tax. So depending on what side of the political party you're on, the Democrats say there's a problem with that. I don't see why, but there again, but it's all politics too, because most political parties, they just take a side, whether they personally agree with it or not. They just pick sides, and they go fisticuffs at it. So, but anyway. So, but that's where when we get into the financial thing, understanding how it works, how it might impact you, If you're paying less in taxes, what are you doing with that extra money? So that's what companies should be doing is, okay, we got this extra money. Are we going to do it in profits, or are we going to do it to payroll? So Walmart did a good thing on that. And so that's, I guess, that's positive that I have on the Walmart side. I have a lot of negatives on Walmart, but that's another discussion. So, all right, so you got these chapters. Again, you got your homework. Make sure on the homework you scroll down because you got 2 worksheets this upcoming week. So yeah, just make sure you scroll down there so you get the other one too. So you got 2, and you got 4.1 and 7.1. So, all right. So with that, I'll let you go. I will give you my let me see my test question this week. So here's my test question. So this is back in 1989. This guy here, right under there, that's me. So let me know what I'm doing there. And that can be the test question for this week. So I'll let you go. Have a great week and get in touch with me if you need anything. Take care.